What's up, y'all? It's Dre, EMIP TV. And I'm going to show you how I made the most money picking up the load board at Schneider. Now, I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm not saying that this is the best way. I'm not saying that this is the only way to make money. There's plenty of ways to make money on a load board. During my 13 months, this is where I found I made the most money on the lanes that I like to run. Okay, so let's just get to it. I know there's other ways to run, but this is the way that I found that made me the most money. All right, so of course I live in the Louisville area, and generally when I would leave the house, I would try to find a load going up to the PA area. And usually it comes up this way, down to Columbus, around the Allentown area. Now, sometimes I couldn't do that, and I would find a load going to Bedford. All right, then I would pick a load out of Bedford, PA, and then find a load going to the Allentown area, like Mountaintop, and I can't think of those other cities. But over here, and generally that gets me to about $1,200, so plus or minus a couple hundred. I don't remember. So then I'm in Allentown. I would go back to to Bremergsville, right, and get a load of water, and it will come down to the Bedford area. Okay, right back to Bedford. There's a Walmart there, and I paid very good money. Now, this was the trick. Can I change the color here? Let's change the color. I should change the color going west, right? Okay, so I'm in the Bremergsville area right there, and this is the key. They had a load of pallets that left Bedford going to Columbus that paid like $1.53 a mile. That's not much, but usually going west, everything's like 99 cents or less. Things suck, so if I could find that load, I knew I was gonna have a good week. And if I couldn't find that load, sometimes I would deadhead all the way up to this Navier area, Youngstown, Columbus, Akron, and this area is right here, and find a load going to Columbus or Indy. Okay, these loads pay so well out of this area that you could do this deadhead, okay? And that was better than the 99 cents or whatever. And then once I'm in Indy, I would kind of head back. All right, my colors are messed up. I would do it again. Find a load out of Indy, heading up to this Allentown area, going back to Bremergsville, and that would bring me back to Bedford area, and then find that load coming back. Either if I can go to Columbus on the load that I'm looking for, or I can come up here, and then I would generally up here and then try to find a load going home. Generally, it was hard to go home to Louisville. I said in many videos, there just wasn't any loads going that way. Technical difficulties, everyone. There just wasn't many loads going down there. So anytime I wanted to go home, I would be maybe, let's say I'm in Indy, and I'll get a load going to Evansville area. This will be a deadhead. From Evansville to Louisville, or I'll find a load going to Cincinnati, and I have to deadhead from Cincinnati, or I'll find a load going to Lexington, and I'll have to deadhead from Lexington back home. And that's what I made. That's where I found the most money. Generally, you could make around here, put it like that, $4,200 to $5,000. It didn't always line up that way. Sometimes it was less if I didn't get those loads, or if I didn't run back for a second trip, it wouldn't make that. It would be somewhere around 32. I can't remember the numbers. Somewhere around 32 to 35, 36, right? Now my writing is kind of jacked up, so I'm gonna go ahead and recap this. Let's try to do a cleaner board, and I'm sticking with blue. I can't go back with the different colors. All right, so Louisville up to Columbus, and this is the key, man. Just run that PA turnpike. I find running that turnpike made me the most money. It was big money going eastbound, and not a lot of money coming westbound. But the money was so big going eastbound that you can afford to take a hit going back westbound. So this was the lane. I'm coloring it in here, and then either like this, or like this, and like this. Those are my lanes. That's exactly how I ran. Like taking those big money loads to PA. Now, of course, when it was cold. I didn't really run up here. You know, I stayed down south, down this way, right? So I didn't run up there and I didn't make as much money. So this is what, in my 13 months that I found made me the most money. I couldn't make that money all the time. It all depends if I want to do. I keep dropping this. It all depends if I wanted to do a second trip, third trip, how many times I wanted to run east and then back west. Of course, when I got here, I would fill up and then drive to PA and drive back. That's a different video on its own. I never got fuel in PA because it's so expensive, but then again, I had a high fuel tax bill, all right? So anyway, I hope this helps. Like I said, that lane I found made me the most money. I know there's plenty of lanes out there. I didn't find too much success in, let me clear this out. And, you know, I would run, you know, I did the Midwest thing, stay here, Louisville to Columbus. And the problem was maybe Columbus to Indy, Indy to up here. The problem is you had to sit on these loads. I might go to Indy to, say, Columbus or something, and I don't deliver it the next day. And then out of Columbus to Lexington, don't deliver it to the next day. Out of Lexington to Cincy, don't deliver it to the next day. This is the problem I had. So if you could run this lane, it kept me running. It kept my wheels turning, you know? So that's what I like to do. That was the lane that I ran. That's the lane that made me the most money. So there it is. Right there, try to make a quick video. Hopefully it was you can understand what the hell I was saying. All right, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And hey, put in the comments how you run, right? Don't let out the secret though. But you like northeast, southwest, southeast, west, you know, all of that. So that's it. That's the video, man. I'm sitting here ranting or rumbling and I don't even know what I'm talking about. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Dre. Yeah, I want to say this. Like I said before, let me just clear this up. I know it wasn't the best way. You might say, oh, I wonder why you didn't make the money. Oh, I wonder why you quit. You should have did this. You should have, could have, would have. That's the way I ran, all right? That's the way that I found that worked for me. And by the way, I could never find a load going to Louisville. Don't matter where. There was some over here, way in this area, very cheap. I know there was loads from here, but there wasn't on my load board. Very spare loads. I always had the deadhead at least 100 miles. Look at that headlight going to Louisville. All right, so anyway, thanks for watching this video. That's enough. I'm Dre. It's EMIP TV's out.